Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today's reading will be a pick a card your next 7 days. This will be an intuitive reading, so take it how it resonates. And please take a moment to choose option A, B or C, the card you're most drawn to. Hello Pile A and welcome to your reading. You'll be starting the week off with the Queen of Wands in reverse. We have the Devil, Temperance in reverse, the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, Judgment, and the High Priestess in reverse. So the Queen of Wands can be someone who feels like they've been toppled this week. It hits your self-confidence. If you think of sunflowers, they always turn towards the sun. They always have a focus. They always have their attention on something. And they always look to the brightness. Here it can be that your sunflower's turned the wrong way. It could be that your life and your attention is focusing on perhaps the negative in your life. It definitely feels like a card of self-confidence and self-worth that It feels like it's related to this Devil card, is what I'm saying. This might resonate as someone in your life who's very toxic, very controlling. For some of you, straight away, because we have the Three of Swords, it feels like a partner or someone you've been very close to. The Three of Swords is a card of grief and heartbreak. It often relates to breakups, but it can mean any type of sorrow, loss, or pain that you're enduring, something you're having to get over. You have the Six of Swords in reverse, which is not being able to move on from something to your own detriment. This is something you need to get past in order to flourish. Sometimes when you see it in reverse, it can be you're clinging on to a situation, not making a hard decision to step away from something. Because we also have Temperance in reverse this week. Now that's a card of not trying to make a situation better. It's about a lack of experimentation. It's also a card of, it can be a card of community, of humanitarianism. But in reverse, it definitely feels like there's someone or something that's kind of preventing you, or you yourself are not willing to reach out and make these alterations. You have the High Priestess in reverse, so there's something intuitively. So for some of you, I feel like this is romantic. This Devil's a romantic partner that's perhaps very controlling or very toxic, or literally embodies energies of the devil, or what people consider devilish. You have the High Priestess there, which is perhaps you haven't been listening to yourself. You've been saying, I love this person, I care about this person. Or it could be that you're making excuses for someone and kind of closing your ears in a way to someone because of your own attachment to them. Or it could resonate as an event. Some of you, it could be you're going somewhere, but I do feel like it's more important. It's more, it implies more of a romantic or a very close partnership. The Judgment card there, upright, I feel if you went and you told people about this, they would listen to you. And that might be, I'm thinking you might have a concern, like you're perhaps watering it down, saying this isn't as bad, or you don't want to tell people. Or maybe there's an aspect of embarrassment, or you just want to close off. But here with the Judgment card, I feel like if you were to tell a close person, maybe you already have, or you're even to tell the public, they would listen to you. This is a card of attention, of people listening to you, of judgment going in your favour. I do feel like in this situation you are right to feel unfair this week. You're right to feel as though people haven't treated you properly, and other people would agree with you on this matter. I'm going to pull a few more cards. Let's see. The Lovers in reverse again, the end of a partnership. It can mean a divorce, it can mean a breakup, it can mean the end of a business partnership. But for most of you, instead of it feeling like a formal thing, I feel it's more romantic. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can be like an opportunity gone, like you're digging up your seeds, the crops have withered type of energy there. And I feel you're going to become very focused on this week. The Four of Wands in reverse, I kind of feel like, yeah, again, if you look in reverse, it almost looks like they're chopping down this tree. I feel like for you it's going to be chopping away at something, cutting out these bad portions of life. I do feel there's part of you that needs to move on, but you might not necessarily feel ready yet. I feel like this is something that's either happened this week or will happen very shortly. You have the Hierophant there. Again, that's a card of marriage and commitment. I feel like maybe you thought one of the other person was perhaps being perhaps overly committed in the sense of controlling. Some of you, it is resonating with me that way. I'm seeing that you're feeling that this person was perhaps too orthodox, perhaps too religious, perhaps too strict, or perhaps even just too, you'll do it my way or else. They had expectations of you. You have the Magician in reverse, which is not being resourcefulness. I feel like there might have, for some of you, been a problem with communication in it. Or, for example, one person might have said, I have the last say, and kind of steamrolled over things. Or said, I pay more money in, so therefore, excuse me, it is that type of energy. It, for most of you, feels like almost like you're at a loss as well. When we think about manifestation and resourcefulness in reverse, If it was a partnership that was perhaps very controlling of some of you, you might not have been able to express yourself in the way you needed. You might not have been able to gain those resources or use the ones that you do. You might have felt you had no voice. And I do feel this week is going to be a card of, look, secrets revealed. This is going to be something that opens up to you. And look, it's right near your High Priestess. You're kind of going to open up, and it's going to be a week where you realise, yeah, things have reached a stage. You have the King of Swords there, and I feel that that means for some of you, you might need to detach. You might need to really start putting some attention in other areas. Look, Ace of Wands, which is kind of a project fallen short. It's the loss of passion. It can be the loss of physical or sexual intimacy for some of you. It can also simply be kind of like the death of a love or that type of thing. Not like a literal death, but it's kind of the end type of energy. It's burnt out. With this King of Swords and this Three of Pentacles, I feel like you need to perhaps collaborate with your support network, friends. Like I said with the Judgment, other people listen to you. They will believe you in this situation. You are correct. And it feels like this week you're going to have to maybe emotionally detach a little bit and make some difficult decisions, because you can come out on top. You're embodying the King of Swords. You're going to step away. You're going to be very reliable. You're going to be very fair. You're going to be fair with your words, and you're going to do things to achieve everything that you want. If you kind of break your emotional cycle and allow yourself to move on from this and not cling on to it. So if you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment and subscribe. Hello, option B. Welcome to your reading. This week you'll be starting with the Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay, so this week you're starting with the Knight of Wands energy, which means you're charging into something. It's a passion, it's an excitement. For some of you it's a new opportunity, or it's kind of a lease of life that allows you to move forward at work or with your career, something like that. Because you have the Ten of Pentacles, that's a card of reward. It's getting what you want, often materially. It's having a good background. It's a stately card. I feel like some of you are working towards great rewards this week. You have the Three of Wands, which is seeing your ships on the horizon. The ships are coming in, the future's coming for you. The seeds you've sown, the future plans you've made are starting to reap rewards. They're not coming in yet, they're on their way. You can see your future on the horizon, you're working towards it. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel for you, this group in particular, has a strong resonance with career, with working towards something. It's almost like a single and career oriented type of energy for some of you. Not for all of you. I feel like some of you it might also be that you are ready to take steps in your career, or maybe you're ready to just start out and start a new project or try and earn some money in another way. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is being resourceful, which is penny pinching and saving, preparing for the future, hoarding. I definitely feel that this is a week where you're going to be working a lot towards your personal goals and achievements in order to earn in the future. You have the Sun in reverse, which kind of means, I'm going to pull these two. The Sun in reverse is being discontented, it's unhappiness, it's feeling sad, like you're in a dark time. And I'm feeling this was related to perhaps you're feeling you were stuck, or you weren't progressing in a career, or you maybe needed to start a new project or a new hobby, or invest in something new that's going to take you on a new path to greater options in the future. I'm feeling for most of you this is a level of dissatisfaction you've experienced. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I like to see this card because it means you're starting to put more effort into things, that you're starting to break out of the mundane cycle. It feels like you've kind of said, I've had enough, I'm bored of being like this. It's time for me to move on and try new things. You do have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which can mean a lack of kind of nourishment or nurturing to things, or you've been putting time and energy into the wrong things. It could also remind you that there's a level of focus. You need to make sure you're giving to others around you, you're spending time with your family, you are making your savings, and you are ensuring that your plans are not going to just cut you off. So for example, if you've said, right, I'm just going to quit my job and become a YouTuber, that might not necessarily be the wisest financial decision straight away, but some of you might have said, I'm going to quit this job, start something new. It's not going to get me as much straight away, but I'm going to reap in the future from it. You have the Nine of Swords there, which is kind of a period of tension, anxiety and stress. I do feel like this is perhaps some of you are now stepping into the next level, and I do feel some of you are stepping into a new area. And it's not an area you're uncomfortable with by any means. It feels like you're fully qualified to do whatever it is you want to do, whatever dream or venture you're chasing, but it feels like the change is perhaps a bit stressful. And it feels like you've perhaps been feeling stressed and quite dull for a long time, like demotivated, unhappy about your arrangements, about what's going on in life. And I feel you're willing to make changes to that. The Four of Swords is coming out. It's getting, in reverse, it's getting over a rejection. It's kind of saying, well, I'm ready to get out of this rest period and get on with things. I do feel this week is a very highly motivating. I'm feeling high energies, especially related to career, possessions, money, status, really charging into something, saying, right, well, now's my time to make a career, now's my time to have this big job, or that type of thing. I feel like you're also seeing opportunities and chances that maybe you haven't for a while in the past. And it's very positive, actually. It's Two of Pentacles, balance. Some of you, I'm reading it that you might have had a baby or been looking after family members or something like that for a long time, and you're kind of ready to lay that period to rest. You might be saying, well, I'm off maternity leave now, or my children are at school, or you might be saying, I no longer need to care for my dad so much. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which just means with this Two of Pentacles, oh, I feel like you are quite hard chasing something. You might have even, with this Empress in reverse, you might even be kind of foregoing family, friends, loved ones a little bit because you are chasing your dream. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it does feel like it's going to bring stability, it's going to bring balance, and it is going to bring more wealth and happiness and satisfaction into your life. But at the moment, it's definitely a warning. Be sure to spend time with your loved ones. Let other people feel loved and cared for. The Empress for some of you, though, might resonate as someone in your life that's triggered you to want to make these changes. So the Empress in reverse could have been a romantic partner, especially when we consider the Sun and the Nine of Swords. Ending of a relationship, someone who didn't turn out to be what they said they were, or someone who isn't supporting you. So you feel like you kind of have to go off on your own and do these things, which is very positive. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe. Hello Option C, and welcome to your reading. We'll be starting the week with the Emperor in reverse, Justice in reverse, the Hermit, Two of Cups in reverse, excuse me, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Wands. The Emperor in reverse feels like it could be someone in your life with a little bit too much control, or who's perhaps misusing their power. For example, someone who sets rules and doesn't follow them, or someone who has high expectations of others, and kind of if they don't follow them, they might become explosive, or really whittle people down a little bit. There's a Hermit there, which could indicate some of you are kind of taking time out to focus on what you want, on your dreams. Oh, a card that burst out. The Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're taking time away this week, time away from having to really put up a fight against whoever this Emperor resonates as. The Seven of Wands in reverse is kind of laying down your weapon. It's not necessarily losing a fight, but it's also having to step away from defending yourself or a community, a group, something you're part of. You have the Justice in reverse, which means I also feel like someone in your life has treated you or a community or a group you're part of that you're very passionate about unfairly. You have the Ten of Wands there, which is perseverance. I really feel like you're not giving up the fight against this issue. I feel you're continuing to put as much effort as you can into this. You're being recognised for it. It's almost like perhaps other people around you are saying, thank you so much for doing this, you're such a good person, you're fantastic, thank you. I'm feeling that type of energy, that something you're doing this week is going to bring a lot of satisfaction and happiness to other people, but I do feel like it's going to weigh quite heavily on you. I feel down here, though, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Again, there's a duality. I feel like there might be, for some of you, kind of trouble in a relationship, or the end to a relationship with this Two of Cups in reverse. It's broken communication. It's kind of like, it can mean a separation, the end of a romance. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse, which can be selfishness, pettiness, crabbiness. It can be someone who's withdrawn their love as well. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, if this resonates as a relationship, this can mean withdrawing affection, moving out of the house, stifling resources, keeping money, that type of thing. If it resonates instead as part of the whole, for me, I'm seeing it split, to be honest. if it resonates as that, yeah, look, there's betrayal, there's arguments. Again, I feel like there's someone very close to you, and it might be romantic, it might not, but this person feels very petty. There's someone you need to be very watchful of your secrets or opinions around, and there's someone who could potentially be betraying you in some other way. You have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse there. Again, I feel like this is something that's gone wrong with a partner more so than anything else, but some of you it resonates. It could be a close friend, such as a best friend type of energy. You have the Three of Cups in reverse. Again, it feels like it could even be a connection aspect between the two. They may disagree with what you've done, or they may be kind of more so siding with this Emperor person energy. I feel like you're taking time out here, by the way. I forgot to say, I feel like you're taking time out to really think this situation through. What are you going to do next? What advice are you going to take? What sources are you going to look at that information from? You're looking at how you can achieve this in your lamp. Just pulling another card or two. Okay. Yeah, the Five of Cups in reverse is getting over mourning. I feel like if this is a relationship with someone close to you and it's kind of ending, these cards indicate that there's happiness elsewhere. You kind of know it. You're able to move on. I also feel like this situation with this Emperor person isn't necessarily weighing on you too much emotionally. It's more like an obstacle that you're having to fight through. And you're saying maybe this mode of attack doesn't work, maybe it's time to try something else. I do feel like you're capable of getting back up and carrying on. You have the Nine of Wands here. That's endurance, and that's looking behind you again. See who cares, who's standing behind you, who has your back. You have the King of Cups in reverse though, so again, be very careful that you don't become a petty person, and don't allow this situation in the personal life to interfere with whatever this feels like it might be in the public life. You have the Ace of Cups though, which is an emotional attachment, a connection. I feel like maybe clearing the energies between you and this partner is going to bring you more satisfaction and happiness, and I do feel like you're actually someone who's going to gain great happiness from feeling like you work very hard, feeling like you're doing things for other people, and you might be starting to see results, because in the end I do feel like you could easily see some sort of achievement from this. Okay, maybe it's saying here, for some of you, the Chariot can be kind of a train wreck. As I said, I felt like something's coming to a stop up here. Something is changing. You've reached an obstacle. However, the world, I feel like you might need to reach out to more people. You might need to be willing to let something go in order to welcome new things. The world there in the Page of Wands. Some of you, this might resonate as that. You need to have more experience or go out and ask for more people. Try a new way of achieving whatever it is you want. Try a new way of combating this Emperor reversed energy. Others of you, I'm feeling like you might need to literally just let something else go in terms of a relationship, and perhaps look for new people or opportunities, because the Page of Wands is beginner's luck, starting anew. It's like a child in the sense of they can just jump in and try something without any of the inhibitions of an adult. The World as well is a card of opportunity. It's also focus on you, and it's a card of something's happening right now. I feel like maybe for some of you, you're kind of giving up on something, like I said, the Death in reverse and that. You're giving up on something, you're laying down your control of it. It could be for some of you, if this is a public thing you're doing, like public speaking on behalf of people, you might be handing the reins to someone else in order to achieve a level of happiness or comfort that you perhaps haven't had. Some of you, I also feel like you're just simply going on another adventure. You might literally travel, or just it feels like, excuse me if you can hear dogs barking, it feels like you could literally be travelling or going to gain some new experiences. The Page of Wands and the World together, it really feels like you're ready to step into the world with a new opportunity. Some of you, again, it's romantic. You're looking perhaps for a new partner. You're looking for a new opportunity, a new way of doing things. But I'm also feeling for many of you, it's looking for new experience. I do feel like there's a lot of areas in your life where you're constantly trying to look, how can I do this? How can I change this? How can I make this better? I have energies from that from you this week. And I feel like this is going to be a time of great exploration, and to know that you are very well supported and that people do care about you and your work is valued, even if it seems difficult at times. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.